Okay, so for your actual project, you're going to be creating a simple line design using a 1/4 inch mark and talking about the two types of lines that we've learned about, vertical and curve. The curve is going to go inside, and you're going to create a curved line, and you're going to try to create its reflection or its mirror image under it. Okay, and so examples of how this can look. And so we're going to create this design just using very simple 2D design elements. Line in 0 color, either horizontal, vertical, diagonal, and then a curve on the inside. So to do this, I'm going to take our new tracer. We want to try to put it in the center of our paper as best we can. I'm going to line it up. And then we are required to use 1/4 inch marks. So every 1/4 inch, I'm going to be marking my paper. I'm going to go just with a simple vertical or horizontal because this depends on how I rotate my paper. I'm not going to do a diagonal on this one. Alright, and the first thing I'm going to do after marking my 1/4 inches is I've got to create my actual curve. What's my curve going to look like in this one? And so I'm going to start over here. I'm just going to keep it kind of simple. Alright, now that's my first line. I have to create the reflection or the mirror image of this line to the best of my ability. So I'm going to start about the same spot. Now, I'm going to go ahead and make this a little fat so that way, now you can either shade it like I just tried, or you can just simply draw so that way there is a thickness to my curve. I don't want my curve to be super thin. So you can go either way. You can kind of shade it in and erase later, or you can use. So there's my actual image. Alright, so to do this, again, we're going to be using 2 different types of Sharpies to get a variety of line. So mark this. Now it's important that I don't draw through my design. So I got to line it up, and then I'm going to go anywhere the curve is, I don't draw through. So just to start, and if you do kind of make a mistake, just make sure you don't draw through the curve completely. So you can make your curved line as complex or as simple as you want. you will be required to make two finished products, two different kinds of curves. And then I want to outline the edges of my square. Alright, so there is the start. Now, I did say you're going to have to use a variety. So 1, 2, 3, every third line, I want to come in and I want to fatten this guy up. 1, 2, third. Third. Alright, you'll notice if you're looking really closely like how that doesn't go all the way to the edge. So I'm going to have to take my ultra thin Sharpie and I'm going to have to finish some of these gaps where the thick Sharpie was just too thick and I didn't want to cover up my curve. So I'm using this Sharpie to kind of fix it. So let's say you have everything fixed and you are finally finished. Now it's time to see what it really looks like, right? So at that point, you take your eraser and you erase your curve on the inside of your square, and what's left is just your design. So obviously I didn't finish, but you clean it up and you should be able to see this very simple design that is within it, and hopefully kind of maybe looks however you want it to. I kind of like the fatter Sharpie on the outline, so I'm just going to take that and kind of fix it up. It kind of gives it a little bit more. And there you go. And you'll need to make two different kinds of papers to show your line variation. You're understanding, one, of the two types of lines, and two, how to use a ruler.